Here we have the 1 hour chart for Meta Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker META. Here we can see that the stock, has seen a lot of upside trading activity in recent trading sessions, but we are starting to now give back some of those gains, and we are starting to see a bit of a downside retracement from the stock after posting all-time highs just below 550. As we can see here, the stock itself did break some fairly important resistance levels recently, just above 530, 531, and this is a highly bullish move that does suggest that the outlook remains positive for Meta stock going forward. Also we can see here that we're taking kind of a stair step fashion here with price support levels uh, rising at higher and higher levels. So overall, these are positive developments, and they are being confirmed by the indicator reading, as we can see here on the relative strength index. Overall trend momentum in the RSI is positive on the hourly time frame. So currently, if we kind of zoom in here a bit, we can try to look at some potential price zones to determine whether or not this longer term trend has finally run its course, and whether or not we really are likely to see a top in place here. If this were to occur, the ultimate resistance zone here would come in at 542.96. So this would be the important level to watch on the top side for the next potential breakout point. So if we're going to try to assess whether or not these recent trend moves, have sort of run their course and reached a point of exhaustion, the first way that we can take a look at this would be to do some Fibonacci analysis of the most recent trend move. So to kind of determine this trend move, I would look at the prior lows, which posted at 493.17. This would be the price low from July 1st. And then the ultimate price high here, which came in at 542.96. This posted during the Monday, July 8 trading session. As we can see here, this Monday's trading session was very interesting for the stock because, we did move higher initially, but this is a big fat red candle here. This is the all-time high. It's kind of interesting to point this out because, you would think that this would be more of a bullish price action here, but the overall trend movement here was downward. And if we look at the trading volume bars down here, we can see that uh, you know bearish trading activity far outweighed bullish activity during that period. It's just sort of an interesting development because it's not something that you normally see. And this is also a bearish engulfing pattern. Like it's a heavy bearish engulfing pattern here. Which essentially means that the negative price movement far encompasses the bullish price movement that preceded it. So the bullish engulfing pattern it's a two candle price pattern here, and it sort of depends on the prior price candle and then the following price candle. So it's very strange to see this occur as a stock is making its all time highs. I mean, we really can see here that people were engaging in profit taking activities here. And it's just an abnormal event. You don't really see something like that. This is a lot of selling pressure to occur during such a bullish day. It's the all time high for the stock. So, that's kind of an interesting phenomenon there. And it does sort of, it really calls into question, the validity of this overall rally here. So, what we're really pointing to would be this price action here. So the question here is, is this a sustainable rally, or are we likely coming into a top here where investors are going to start taking profits, and start, maybe start to look for other stocks to buy until we see a bit more of a retracement. So this is a serious question that would need to be answered here for people that are currently long the stock. In order to make this type of assessment, the first thing that I would look at would be the moving average cluster. Currently, we can see that all four of these major moving averages here are pointed in the upward direction. This is a positive event because what we're talking about here is the hourly chart, which means that each candle represents a 1 hour trading period. And then so the moving average cluster here is based on 1 hour trading periods. So the yellow line here is the 20-hour exponential moving average. Orange would be 50-hour. The purple line here would be the 100-hour, and the blue line would be the 200-hour exponential moving average. These are pointed in the upper direction, and this does suggest that the stock should continue to find support at higher and higher levels. But this big red candle here is a major concern. It's such a strange event. Normally you see more upside, bullish, trading activity here, and this just did not unfold as Meta Platforms was posting its all time high. So as you can see, this big red candle here quickly broke the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement of this entire trending move. I mean, that's a significant development. I mean, it means that in one trading period here, uh, we really gave back, 25% of this entire trending move. I mean, it's significant. It's a major event here that does sort of call, flash some warning signals for anybody that might be along the stock. As we can see here, we did find a bit of support at the 20-period exponential moving average, and we did see a bit of a bounce. But currently, we're kind of trading sideways here, and it does look like we're going to probably grind through any support activity that would be generated by this 20-period EMA. So the next level to the downside would come in at the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. That would be this orange zone here. And the price level here to watch comes in at 524.15. So if we do break below here, we would break through psychological support levels that would be found at 525. And like I said, this would already have broken the 20-period EMA. So you would have a couple of negative signals here in the event that we did fall to this price zone. I'm not entirely convinced that this would be enough to sustain price action here. But on the positive side, we do have some resistance turn support here at the double top pattern that was previously formed just below this level at roughly 522.80. So this would be the resistance zone that was generated on the 27th of June and then tested again on the 28th of June. So we do have a bit of resistance turn support here that could sort of help out this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. But there's some distance here between these two levels, and for this reason, I wouldn't really look at this potential price zone as a potential buy area. Instead, what I would be waiting to do would be to wait for a potential drop lower into roughly the 618% Fibonacci retracement, which comes in closer to 512.30. The reason I'm really watching this area is because it matches up nicely with this purple line here, which is the 100-period exponential moving average. So, if we are looking at some downside trading action here and I was looking for a potential area to buy, this would be my preferred price level here, roughly 512.80, somewhere around there as a potential buy zone, because we do have a nice confluence of indicators here, which suggests that price action could start to turn around in the event that we do see corrective declines into this area. So here's the current market outlook for Meta Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker META.